Okay, it's 7 o'clock. So let's start the meeting. Call to order.
Commissioner Slagsboss?
Yes.
Vice Chair Chukchi? Yes. Chair Zhao?
Here.
And currently active, we have Commissioner Shu and Commissioner Pam.
Okay. So the first item, we need to approve our meeting minutes, or our last meeting minutes. Yeah, can you go for the draft meeting? Yeah, this is our last meeting minutes. Just take a look, and if you have any discussion or update, you can speak out. Okay. Any update, discussion?
No.
Okay. Then I will make motion to approve the meeting minutes.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Great, thank you. Motion passes.
Okay. Let's continue our business. Next item will be Mayor's Storytelling Initiative Subcommittee update. So, do you have any update regarding the Mayor's Storytelling Initiative?
Storytelling. No, I think I didn't have any update on that topic. So it's about the puzzle hunt, right?
Oh, yes.
It's the same thing or different thing?
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just an update because 2 months ago when we met, it was just you had just started talking about it. So what's happened between the last meeting and today?
So I think so. Thanks to Brian, I think we are on track. Like today, we started the puzzle hunt official launch. I think the Cupertino city residents can play that puzzle hunt. They can go and subscribe. There is a website already launched from cupertinocity.org that takes to the storytelling site, the storytelling.org with puzzle hunt. So that's a thing. Not sure what's how many people are interested, but I would recommend this commission as one of us, each one of us, to help to reach residents, right? So that's one of the ask from mayor as well. Like we'll try to reach out, pass the information to all our communities that hey, there is a puzzle hunt. It helps you to know about Cupertino, and so those things. So it starts from library. I think Brian was helping a lot to get things done. So that's thing. I think maybe this month the plan about, I think each week they are going to give the answer for each puzzle. So that's something which planned in the library. I don't have a schedule. Maybe I would like to share from Brian. Yeah.
So I think what you're mentioning is on October 4th, on Saturday, the organizers will be doing a tabling event at the library in the lobby to kind of engage with community to show them kind of what the puzzle hunt's about. People can pick up the puzzle sheets if they prefer a physical form. And of course, they are looking for volunteers to help with multiples of these throughout the community, not just at the library. So if the commission's interested, let me know. I can put you in touch with the organizers. I believe they are also one of our guests that would be invited on October 18th during our grand opening ceremony of Play Space, and they'll be tabling then doing something similar outreach days.
So, which are the dates?
At the library, those are the only ones I'm aware of. They may have other events, but for us, October 4th from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. That's this Saturday. And they will also be here October 18th. I'm not quite sure if they're going to be staying the entire time, but our event is scheduled for 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
So October 18th, I think we can coordinate. I can try to run that, like if there is a table for the puzzle hunt, we can, like if any other commissioner is interested, we can
illustrate
time so we can
Yeah, just reach out to me via email if you're interested, and I'll put you in touch with the coordinators. I know they're both still looking for volunteers.
Do we have due date? What is the storytelling people submit their story, right?
Yes, I believe it finishes on October 26th. That is the last day you can submit your
October 26th. Oh, okay.
because it ends the 26th.
Do we have a flyer or anything like that?
So again, much of what we have is through the mayor's initiative. So I have bookmarks here that we're giving away at the self-check machines, with both the QR codes of the website and the website itself. And we are one of the puzzle locations, so you can see it actually by the entrance. That's one of the spots where we can discuss, again, using their phone's QR code to go to the website to see how they know where to stay.
Sure.
And I think the October 26th is the full day event, right?
Sir?
That's a full day event, right? October 26th.
You know, I'm not sure because it's not happening at the library. So if you'd have to check back with the organizers, ready for that.
Okay. And also about some of the volunteers from like different volunteers. I think Mayor also has a list of people who are interested to help. Do you know any idea what's going on there, or is there any?
Again, I can only comment on the organizations that are supporting it through the libraries.
Right.
Cupertino Library Foundation, we reached out to them since they donated money to help with some of the burn acts, to see if any of their members were interested in volunteering to help at tabling and things like that. But I gave them the contact information to reach out to if they were interested.
Yeah, so I think that's the status about that. I think as a commissioner, I'd like to see what support I can provide. And we try to make the puzzle hunt is indirect way to know community about the Cupertino history, because different places they will have some games out there. Obviously, it will help people to, like any not a long-term resident, maybe even long-term residents, they might not have all the history stuff. So it's definitely will be helpful. I think CUSK also is helping in that other line. So the kids also know that there is some events going on. Hope they are registering for it.
Maybe we should put it on next door. Each of us could put it in our network.
Yeah.
Next doors.
Yeah, that's next door. Any WhatsApp group, or if you have any study circles in the library, like Brian already doing whatever the way. And is there any other way we can also put the space that spot?
Okay, thank you for the update. Thank you. Okay, so for the next item is new business. Friends of Cupertino Library will give us an update. Thank you.
We have Bruce here from the Friends of the CITIUS Library. He has graciously put together a presentation for us. And then afterwards, we'll get into the clarifying questions and then comments from the shares. Yeah, you do whatever you need to do.
You just tell me when you want the next
The
lab.
floor is yours.
I'm Bruce Parsons. I'm the president of the Friends of Cupertino Library. President for a couple of months. We change every year. I've been active with the Friends of the Library for the last 3 or 4 years. I work in the sorting room a couple of days a week, collecting and sorting and organizing books for our book sales. However, I also used to work for the Friends of the Library in this library in the early 1980s. I was recruited by one of my next door neighbors to come and help, and so I kind of have a history going back to the early 1980s with this organization. But anyways, go ahead, Mom. This is, in short, what we do. We collect books that are donated. There's a couple of donation bins in the front lobby here, and there's some in the back. And we get literally thousands of books. And when I say books, we also get DVDs and CDs and puzzles and games and stuff, but it's probably 95% books. We organize them into categories: fiction, nonfiction, cookbooks, and stuff like that. And then we stockpile them in the storage room up here, and we sell them at a big used book sale that we have in the community hall next door 3 times a year. In fact, we have another one of our book sales coming up the 18th and the 19th of this month. We sell some of the really nice books online. Not a big money maker, and we have a lobby sale going on continuously downstairs in the film lobby, and that has turned out to be a fairly lucrative financial deal. We make several $1,000s a month on just in lobby sales alone, and we make about $5,000 every time we have one of these 2-day book sales. Everybody who's working as a volunteer, there are no paid people involved at all. 100% of the money, maybe 95%. We have a couple of expenses, but it's a few $1,000s a year. 100% of the money we raise and 95% goes to programs, which I'll talk about in a minute, here at the library that are put on by Brian and his people. The leftover books, some of them go to the Traveling Bookmobile, which our organization bought and donated to the library. Some of them go to some selected nonprofits, specifically some books that are unique historical books that probably won't sell. I take them to the Cupertino Museum and put them in their library for people to come and do research. And the rest of them were donated to a nationwide organization called Better World, which gets books from all over and donates them to poor rural areas throughout the United States. Brian, we started, as I said, I don't know exactly, but I know that we were here in the early 1980s because I worked here in the 1980s. We're an IRS charity. I was able to find that we got our ID in 1990. I don't know what happened between 1980 and 1990. Was incorporated in 1998, and the purpose you can read there. That's kind of our bylaws, charter, mission statement, which is fundamentally to help this library and the community. We have a couple of rooms up here on the second floor back here. One of them's about 1,000 square feet. The other one's a new office, about 100 square feet. We have 45 active members. As I said, everybody is a volunteer. Nobody is paid. They're a non-profit, right? Tax ID number. This kind of a generic thing. I can skip over that, right? We donate to it's hard to categorize, but we donate to the library's adult programs, their children's programs, or special interest programs, and to see it and it's a pride. You're going to skip forward to us. These are some recent, very recent, like in the last month or two, specific programs that were funded 100% by Friends of the Library.
And I could do a little bit of color commentary for Bruce here. You can see on all of our programs online, if you look on the calendar, you'll see sponsored by our thanks to the Friends of the Library. I would say about 95% of it, you're going to see it was sponsored and supported by Opera. It's a major contribution.
We recently received a very nice award proclamation from the mayor for service, and in the mayor's statement she says that, and I believe she got this from Bryant, that in the past fiscal year, was 1 year, that the Friends of the Library financed over 700 separate events, activities, or classes.
Yeah, the thing to keep in mind is often it's not just straight monetary I'll be paid for a speaker. It's the small things that librarians need to keep the program running professionally and well. And, again, I just count almost every program the friends have touched in some way.
These are some of the recent donations. This year, our fiscal year runs from April 1st to March 31st, so we're off some a little bit. So this fiscal year, we are budgeted to donate $61,000 to the library here. Actually, as of through the end of August, 2 weeks, springs ago, we have donated $22,000. So we're kind of right at schedule. In addition to that, we have pledged $15,000 to help the fish tank upgrade project. And we have been asked by the Cupertino Library Foundation, their costs have gone up a little bit. They've come back to us and said, do you think you guys could dig a little deeper? Well, we will vote on it this coming Monday at our next board meeting. Probably the answer is yes. And as you can see, we've every year we donate a fairly substantial. But going back on to sports here. In 23-24, we not only donated $40,000, but we in those 2 years we paid $15,000 and we bought a bookmobile that travels to rural areas in the Temecula County. Go ahead, Brian. We've got a website. We've got an email. I took the liberty of saying, and if we had a phone message, somebody at the library would track us down.
So whether you say it or not, that's how the people have there. Because
there's somebody here every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. Sometimes there are people there at other times. We're always here Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, sorting books. Brian? I think that was it. That's all I had to say. Appreciate the opportunity to tell our story, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Amazing work.
amazing work. Yes, I just saw the donation books inside the library and outside the library, right? You just put there? I didn't find the donation box. You can just direct put the book donation bin. It's just recently.
donation bins where we have 2 spots, one in the lobby and one
Yes.
self returns, but there shouldn't be anything outside the library, unless you're talking about the drive-up self return.
No, just next to the return box.
Yes, there's physical chute where people can drop donations.
Yeah, I just dropped some book. I mean, I didn't see this in the last meeting. It's just you install this bin this month.
Oh, that's all.
No, that's all.
It's already been there.
Yeah, it's always.
Oh, I didn't pay attention, but I do purchase some books from the lobby, and it's a great book, only $1 or $2. It's it's amazing. But the question is, each book only $1 or $2, and you mentioned for book sale you can reach $5,000, right? Oh my God, that must be 5,000 books around.
We have a pretty busy 2 days when we have those big used book sales. I mentioned, that we have like 45 members in the organization. Some of them are just donors. They don't actually participate. We also draw from the Octagon clubs at Monte Vista High School. We did some high school students to help us with those sales. We get maybe 10 or 12 each weekend, and they have to do community service, in the high school. So we get some volunteers come here. But I tell everybody to go to our book sales, and even if they don't want to buy a book for themselves, they make great Christmas presents. I mean, most of the books are $1, $2 a piece, in the lobby sales, we sell some of the beautiful big coffee table books that are $50, $60, $70 books, and we sell them for $2, $3, $4.
I have purchased a couple of them.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Roseland's about
Streets. All my grandkids get books.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, I think so. Mr. Bruce, really appreciate it. I think the work you do really helps the library to be contact more programs, right? It's the donation that you guys are helping here, so it's really appreciated. So I was trying to find out, like I was there on that day when you got the proclamation from the mayor. When I think it was in June, I guess. I'm not wrong. The same day I was in a different thing. I was in the commission city council meeting. So thanks for doing whatever that you're helping here as a community for this, right? And I feel like we as a commission, like the service you do, we can also like recommend that the crest of the citizen or organizations. Cupertino Council is appreciating every year. They give some awards, right? I think I'm trying to propose if that's something that we can explore as a commission to appreciate their work. Okay, so that's my second two cents of thoughts, and just one. Will you guys are going to send that PPT to every one of us?
It'll be attached to everything in Legistar, so you'll be able to see the presentation.
Oh, okay.
It was uploaded today.
Okay. So one question to Brian. So how is this the county's funding plus like where this like our Cupertino friends plug in there, or is it like something we need this kind of support, then only we can run, or is it like something that county also provides but we get the extra help? How do we categorize?
So usually, and again, a lot of their support comes in through to the things like book club books, bestseller books, things that were specific to our location. Programs is the majority of where their funding comes into Atlas Couch. We do have county-funded programs, but generally speaking, when we do county-funded programs, 3 or more location has to be hosting the same speaker or event in order to use county funds. So it's very helpful to have a pool of money where we can specifically bring in speakers who may be of special interest of our community, but maybe may not be as easy to get to other libraries to agree when there's maybe a more limited pool of money. So the funds really go towards kind of the specific interest to the Cupertino community, allowing us to be a little bit more nuanced in both our programs and collection, that we provide to the public.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. So last time when we were talking about Puzzle Hunt, there was some printing fund you basically try to get help from.
So actually the Cupertino Library Foundation, because the foundation works on more of a proposal basis, so kind of last minute things coming up, they're able to kind of make a quick decision. Bruce and his team kind of comes up with a budget every year that we kind of collaborate on what makes sense here, like, how much should we spend on programs, how much should we spend on, the club books or our bestseller collections. So it's more already scheduled out in advance. So we try not to bring too much variation to them unless it's absolutely necessary. At the end, they worked hard, but to do the student book sale money, and again, they kind of are very careful about tracking their budget. So we too try to be very careful about how we spend the funds that they give us.
And Mr. Bruce, only 45 members, or you guys have a plan to increase the members, or it's a fixed one? So you said about members is 45, right?
Yes.
So is that like something fixed, or you basically expecting the community members can join in your organization, help or spread?
It's pretty stable at around 45 people, but there's not much turnover. We charge a very nominal $10 a year dues, and we don't make any money off dues. It covers postage, is about all it covers. People tend to just continuously re-sign up every year. We have a lot of volunteers that are not paid members, but they come to our book sale and they work in the sorting room in the middle, Tuesdays and Thursdays sorting books. So we have a bunch of volunteers that not high school volunteers, but adult volunteers. And they're not members. If we'll charge them, we're glad to have their help.
Okay. So do you think any way that as community representative here to help you or to anything that from your perspective that
Well,
it would be
you should ask that folk.
what's that?
There's a couple things that we could use, and you know, these are a little bit far-fetched, but we're really short on space. I mean, we can fit half a dozen people on the sewing room after a book sale, but pretty soon the books come in and they pile up, and all of a sudden we only have room for three or four. We could certainly use some more space. Maybe we could use a telephone. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't ever mentioned it to Brian or anybody. We could use some publicity. My theory is the more publicity, the more customers, the more sales, the more money goes back into the library's programs. So we could certainly use, other organizations' email lists to advertise our book sales. I know that Ryan puts it on the county email, website. We put it on our websites. I personally don't think that helps a whole lot. I know that from my own experience, I don't go to some organization's website to see what's going on. I wait for them to send me an email that this is a reminder, we're going to have this event next week or so. So I would like to have access to email distribution lists. And in fact, I've started a program in our previous book sale of collecting email addresses from everybody that buys books. I force them. I ask them to sign up, and I build up just in the last couple of months over 100 people that want to be notified via email and reminded of our book series. And I think that that's the way you go to increase our publicity, increase our attendance, increase our sales.
Okay, so as a suggestion, do you think keeping an user who comes to library as an option to enter whether I want to notify any of such sale events or any book like events, right? Like from Cupertino Friends of Library. Is it something already you guys doing it? Or if not, then maybe is that a good suggestion?
I'm sorry, sir. I got a bad hearing aid. Would you mind repeating that, please?
So in the library, if you can put a note where people can give an option to enter their email IDs if they want to know about more detail, like book sales, you're coming in book sales. So you keep the flyer here, and do you want the frequent updates or next event, and we can be notified through email. So you can put another over next to that. It will be an option.
Yes, absolutely. That's it. You would love to something there.
Yeah. So maybe we can ask commission. You can we can see if we can help on that perspective.
And we set up our email system so that it comes from the emails come from the friends of the Cupertino Library, not Bruce Parsons or John Doe or something. So people will know this isn't a trash ad or a junk ad. It's a real organization.
Right.
In fact, putting it in next door would help a lot.
Yes. Next door, yes.
So if we get notified, we could put it in our neighboring next doors.
Do you just need a flyer to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys can send to that commissioner email group. Maybe we can reach out to our communities, pass on this information back to our
Because
WhatsApp
each one
group or
has
next door.
their own networks. So
Yeah, I don't see why we couldn't add in the flyer to your packet of information 3 times a year that it's coming.
Yeah.
Free pass.
Definitely. I have a question. So for the books, do you have any requirement for the books? For example, any books you can collect, right?
And we accept.
You accept, yeah.
Yes, and any book, as I say, we sort them out. We sort, bad books that are wet or damp or, moldy or, we throw them out. It pains me. I probably take out 2 or 3 cartloads of books every time I work in the sorting room and throw them in the trash bin. It just pains me to see, tens of thousands of dollars of original cost of books being thrown out. But we throw out a lot of books, and we kind of cherry pick the really pristine books or put them down here in the lobby. There are some special books, as I say, that are in good condition, like sets of encyclopedias. Nobody wants an encyclopedia set anymore because they can find everything online. But so they donate their encyclopedia. Well, we sell sets of encyclopedias. We still give $400 or $500 a set but we do it online. All of the books that are more big book sale next door in the community hall, we sell for $1, $2 maybe a few hours. They're in good condition, but they may have a couple of marks in them, and they may have a note on the front page, "Merry Christmas, son," or something like that, but they're in good condition. Is that it?
Yeah. I just try because a lot of time I got requests from the community resident and asking, what kind of book I can donate, something like that. So I'm glad I can get some answer from you, so I can pass to
The
you.
only no that we have really is not for books. DVDs and the cassettes, the little tape things that were popular 50 years ago, we can't sell anymore. Yeah. People, we don't have a sign up that says no DVDs or anything like that. But that stuff just all goes in the trash, unfortunately. Okay. So we don't even bother to try and sell it. Just nobody's gonna buy it.
Yeah. So another question for your slide, it's okay, we can share with the public, share the community member, it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for your great effort for help the library. Yeah.
I very appreciate it. I remember my kids grow up with the book sale. And my husband particularly like the Sunday, like a $5 bag.
The $5 bags.
You saw that. Brought home like so many bags, and some of them sitting there, and it's a great system, and so I very appreciate it. And I appreciate it.
Well, we
Just
see all of you folks at our next sales.
okay, yeah, sure, yeah. It helps the library. That's like you just mentioned the fish tank, right? The remodeling on the fish tank. It's a very Cupertino library special project that dear to every kid's hearts, right? Or adults. Yeah, and thank you for the efforts and make it a habit. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
If anybody's interested, I
Yeah,
leave
definitely.
flyers on our upcoming used book sale, and I have a couple of bunch of triples about the Friends in the Library. I think the line was big else and getting what you did, and who was that? But we put them in the racks on the lobby, so there's an information book. This is true. This side has a
It's moving, so come back and see it.
Okay. Thank you very much for your comments. Okay, so then we can continue for report and update. So next item will be monthly update report. Yeah, just let's see. Thank you.
Thank you very much, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's a hard gap is awesome.
All right, here's our monthly report for the month of October. And the numbers took a little bit of a dip, considering that most of our children's place was closed the entire month of December. It's actually nowhere near as bad as I feared it would be. We still managed to see 91,000 checkouts, over 15,000 borrowers chiming in. I did not, because of the kind of quick turnover of this month. We don't have the average request calculated yet, but I will have that for you by next month. 95,702 people online using our resources here. Still had 63,000 people come in through our doors in September. We had a total of 513 room bookings in our meeting rooms. So we still managed to offer 60 programs with a total attendance of 1,970 people. And we had 11 community groups take advantage of Room 201 to have their own events during this month when we were kind of pulling back a little bit on programs with everything else happening. Right there on that top left there, you could see the aquarium. People were still very, very determined to visit and show to the kids despite everything else being closed off. We were very happy to be able to get the construction crew to actually push back a little bit. Originally, they were going to have the cover start at the elevator, and we're like, no, you got to keep the aquarium open. People will still want to see the stuff, I suppose. So, and we also had photo there from a police visit during a story time. So getting our community members in touch with our police officers and kind of understanding what they do. A snapshot of the October calendar events for children. So we've got lots of stuff going on. As you can see, we're not pulling back at all, although we expect starting October 18th, we will be able to reopen the full space with the grand opening, and we will be able to have programs a little bit more regularly again in our program space downstairs. Same story on the adult side. You take a quick look through to see what's available. Everything from adults to teens, everything is still happening. The library is still running full steam edge. And of course, the thing we're all looking forward to in October on the eKeep on Saturday is our Play Space grand opening. You are all invited. Community's invited. I hope everyone will be there and be able to see the excitements of the families who will be joining us that day. We've got a number of programs listed out. We've got photo booths. We've got events. It's going to be a great day. We're hoping to pull together a few local community resources that are focused on families to the hits, because we know that's going to be the audience. So folks like the Puzzle Hunt creators will be here along with a number of other organizations to really promote what they do and give families the chance to learn more about these organizations that are working in the community. We've got Volley Celebration in October, on October 19th. If you want to watch the creation of our local artist Pooja, she'll be working, I believe, that morning. She's been with us the past couple of years in our courtyard to create this beautiful artwork that we try to keep unscathed as long as we can, as long as the weather allows. We may last a little bit longer this year because we've got tents out there, so we'll see how it gets. We also have a children's event on October 10th with the R4 celebrating cultural festivals. It's also Filipino American History Month in the month of October. Again, we've got two events coming up October 5th, quite soon, Introduction to Filipino Martial Arts. So that's going to be upstairs in room 201. And we also got a more art-oriented event on the 19th for those interested and curious to learn more about the Filipino culture. October 5th through 11th, every year we've got Banned Books Week. I've kind of shown you the list of 10 most challenged books in 2024. It is an opportunity for us to kind of promote reading and highlight the fact that, the freedom to read and learn is not always available everywhere. So it is, not a lot of people's radars, but I do feel it is a very important aspect of what we do here at public libraries, and we certainly do celebrate and highlight it to, again, remind folks of the freedoms that we do have in our space.
So, I have a question, regarding those banned book week. Are those books will be highlighted to put in the obvious space in a library? Are those?
True, they will often have a display, both adults downstairs and often teens as well, kind of specific titles to each age group. And again, these are the most challenged books, throughout the world. I can't surprise Harry Potter. I guess Harry Potter might have found Fallout for a while. But some titles, like every year, you're gonna see them, and then you'll see a shift in kind of the titles that are challenged. And we try to again highlight you the ones that don't make the top 10 because it's important for us to let people know that hey, we do have these collections and it is available to you, and that is not always a resource everyone is able to enjoy.
So it's I just want to know how they like. For example, the first book, More Boys Aren't Blue, and this from the title is a children's book. It'll be, it could be. So where those books will be, this I know the adult session it's fine, and the teen session, I assume they have enough of their judgment, and for the children's area.
Yeah, again with our displays, often our parents are involved with the children's selection and materials. And we try to be mindful of kind of the questions parents might have. But again, the point is to kind of raise awareness about typos that are challenged, and for whatever reason it may be, and the ability for folks to be able to access school versus stuff that we do not set, and that these are available.
I see.
But yeah, if you have more questions about it, I'm happy to check. And then this week, if you check on their website, they'll have a full list of kind of, they keep track of all the information, the stats, and you buy a lot of This is where, when, that way.
Yeah, so and then there will be a sign, like this
It'll be very obvious.
very obvious sign.
So that challenge is come from the county level or who's tracking that which book?
Banned books, the website of banned books, I believe, collects the information from the worldwide. So it's not necessarily just here, this county, United States, or anything like that. I'm not certain if there are any voter breakdown other than maybe country. I don't think they come down to states or, county level stuff. But I could be wrong. I'd have to table or. That's what you were asking.
So that is like the organization at those books had a special.
It's not something that author or publisher is defining its banned books or something, right? It's some.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. Did you repeat your question?
Like if the book is basically called as a banned book by the author or the publisher?
No, so the concept of banned books is just often that the title might be challenged because, it could be a parent, it could be a member of the community, which is like, I don't like seeing this. This shouldn't be in a public library report, shouldn't be reading this. And they may issue a challenge. And there have been challenges to titles even, in the county library system. And there is a bigger system where we go and evaluate said books when we do get such a challenge. But again, it kind of depends on the area and unfortunately the politics of the area to see kind of what make it put so shelf and what space would be challenged.
Just because it challenged it get interested.
That's what I was worried about. Actually, it's like have such a high sign there. That's kids usually all, you don't do drugs, they want to try drugs. You don't do this, they want to try this. And if I have such a great sign, it's almost for me like they're promoting. I don't against have those books in the collection, but promote it. I just I don't know. I don't know what as a commissioner's opinion. It's just a me person. I think I'm hoping adults can have their own judgments that they can, but for the children's like kids like their age, that something daddy said don't do. Actually, we grow up kids. They more likely want to look. So I know it's coming from the county library system, right? So it probably won't be Brian's idea, put it like her.
So, Banned Books Week is part of ALA, which is our American Library Association. So there are libraries, like Brian said, across the nation, whether they're school libraries, they're public libraries, academic libraries, where people have challenged certain books. I believe all of these titles are either teen to adult. Not to say there haven't been children's books that have been challenged. For instance, there's a book about a dog farting that was challenged at one point. So yes, I couldn't remember the title of that. There was a
Yeah, that was funny.
there's a dog's name, something to fart. I think it's Walter the farting dog. Oh yes, that's exactly the book that was challenged. So just being mindful that, if someone, doesn't appreciate a book about farting, perhaps somebody else finds that funny and would like to read that. So at least for these, I believe these are all either teen or adult books.
At least the first one looks like
The first one, a teen to adult.
I'm sorry, I don't have a.
So, Commissioner, do you have a concern to put that banner itself or yeah.
Oh yeah, I think for adult it's fine, perfectly fine. For like high schoolers, I think it's okay too. But for like this age kids, I'm a little bit concerned for like have this kind. Particularly in the library, I don't think parents. Library is a safe place. Kids always fooling around themselves, right? And then if first the book is it's not necessarily interested in the title, but they probably more be attracted by it's band, or then they getting more curiosity to something. Otherwise, they probably don't care. Or like, oh, it's a book. Maybe I don't want to buy anything, and so that is my kind of okay, and I want to be all inclusive. I don't want to. I agree. Library should have all books to be available for everybody in the public, and promote that. For example, shall we put like 1 week have like a Bibles, or whatever the religions, you have those religion books on whatever on the sides, or shall we have a more stories about Buddhism or whatever, just to try to promote something like that. Or I don't know the library in the system where enough, or make it a sign like more attractive, If we put the Bible, it's probably not as interested, but to put something attractive. It's, I raise kids, so something parents said don't do, actually, they more interesting do it. So I don't have any issues have this upstairs, because those kids probably very rarely go upstairs, but not about this week. This week, well, in no space downstairs, so maybe more children upstairs. But otherwise, like if I will comment on this, on October 5th, just to see where they're displayed, and see if they have like this age kids like around this book.
But is there any way that we can ask requests for you as a Cupertino library to see whether do we need to have that, like 10 and below age kids, do we need to have these books? Or is it mandatory?
So these books would, if it's a teen book or an adult book, that would be in the adult.
Okay.
Yeah, or the these books would not be in children's.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the question, and I do believe that librarians are, very thoughtful when they put together book displays on whatever topic, whether it's a religion or whether it's holiday, a variety of topics, because people are interested in different things. So I do think they're very thoughtful about what they do display.
Okay. I'm asking this is today. I apologize for being late. I have some family issues. I'm sitting here for like how many years? So this is actually the first time I have some questions.
Yeah, and what Brian said, I'm happy to have.
Well, not as easy hand them out if you have concerns about raising the I'm happy to get all these things.
Yeah. So if those are the only 10 books.
Can we get the list of books?
It's available online. Oh, and if you're curious, I can send you the website and yeah.
Like, so the books that you are planning to place it in Cupertino?
We'll have more with our library. It's just a kind of the display that they do, but generally they go off the same list, and if we own a title that's on the list, they'll probably end up on the display. That's usually got stuff. And again, I remind folks that, I know there's storms it up, Pat. reading materials and the levels for different chapters. But again, it's an open space. A lot kids come to Pure all the time, and they use adult material, and it is often a conversation you have with parents. But yeah, what they're comfortable with and kind of talking about show the reading levels and different lots they have. So very much community conversation, and we're happy to have. But yeah, if you have more questions or if you'd like to see, kind of list of what's beyond the 10, shoot you an email. I'm happy to kind of give you the resources to explore what we like.
Just as like if you think any ideal way to address the concern that she's expressing, like the below 10-year age group, how do we basically not to attract their focus to go to that book and then read it instead of because it's very much like that's what I'm trying to find out. If there is any way you guys can think like, okay, as a commission, you guys can recommend these things, then I would be happy to take that input. So
this is the program already run by many years, right? Yes, I think if we, if there are any concern, probably, you'll hear some feedback or something, At this point, I do not have some concern because, this is adult and the teen. I think probably this is my first time know this as well. So probably we can, as a committee, if we have interest, we can go to the book, we can take a look.
Yeah.
We can,
I don't have concern about any of the books. And I probably this may be the first time it was presented in this is a commissioner meetings.
See you in the shop because this
Yeah.
I was at the library and every year it's been a celebration. So
Yeah. So it's not a concern about it's just like
Yeah, I don't have concern about anything because probably whoever, I mean, if kids are there, their parents might be there to guide them. So
yeah, well, again, we'll have the displays running out between October 5th and 11th, and then please visit and check. And if you have any concerns with bots, I'm happy to talk to folks about kind of what it is. But yeah, it's just been an odds. As long as I've been in libraries, that's been a week. Celebrations and kind of a display that we try to highlight with the community. Oops, no question. I'll continue on tell you one more thing, which is our Distinguished Author Series, which is taking place on November 13th at 7 p.m. For those of you who are interested in seeing Mitch Albom talk about his book, Twice the Wisdom, Mitch Halpin Returns. You can already sign up for the events. It will be taking place at the Campbell Lake Heritage Museum. Is that correct, Nai?
yes.
Yes, so it'll be at the Campbell Heritage Museum, so you signed up for that. We'll take an opportunity to try to highlight a resource that folks may not be familiar with. Connect Well is an online kind of repository of articles for healthy recipes, for food, wellness initiatives, and health information library. So people looking to step up on their health thing, I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's a great resource. Everything is better, so it's good information. And take a look through and let folks in your life know about kind of this resource that they can access for free from home with their SDCLD library card. And finally, to wrap up in October, we will be closed on Mondays the 13th for Indigenous Day. Yeah. Any questions before I hand it over to Mani?
one question.
Yes.
Can you go back to the a slide that number of people programs, right?
Oh, the SATs?
Yeah, stats. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
So obviously August, September, that the number of people average steps are like down, right, compared to May, June, July. So it's because of summer.
Some of it is because during the summer months we get more families coming in. We've got the summer reading programs and events, but also in the tail end of August and the entirety of September, we had to partially close down the chilting space in order to start the construction for play space. So that had an impact on our foot traffic programs and so on and so forth. So that's not unexpected.
Okay. The reason why I'm interested is I'm about to ask the agenda next meeting to add on agenda item to find out.
We discussed that during that section.
Okay, yeah, that's. I don't want to do it.
Just send me a question on this. Do you have the number of people who are using the old facility in the Cupertino library? Like how many people hold the books or pick out?
Like holds? Yeah, holds. Yeah, so the average request is basically the number of holds that are on our shelves each month. That I don't have the total tally for the year if that's what you're curious about. But I'm certainly happy to give you my contact information if you wanted to know a little bit more about that kind of the stats number.
So average request is the number of people put in the fold.
Yes, the holds on shelf right now, where the holds area is drill of a month.
14,000 people.
Well, yeah, so it is a very, very well used light.
I think it's 14,000 books. So yeah, you can request 10 books to be held. Then it's
About 1,500 people.
about less than that. Yeah, about 15,000. It varies, right? Somebody requests 1, others request 10, and then it's all counted.
Anything else before I hand it over to Marlene?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian. You always have such an informative presentation. Thank you so much. Good evening. I am Marlene Iwamoto Rothschild. It's great to be back with all of you. I am delighted to be here to share highlights from the county library report for October. So first off, I am thrilled to announce that we have partnered with music legend Dolly Parton to bring her life-changing Imagination Library to Santa Clara County. Families with children ages 0 to 5 in Santa Clara County can sign up to receive a free book per child sent to their home every month. Books will arrive approximately about 8 weeks after registering on our website. We are taking the lead on this and providing the Imagination Library to all Santa Clara County families. Our partners include the Rotary Club, Gilroy Foundation, and Santa Clara County Library District Foundation, who are collaborating with other cities and organizations to get the word out. Building a home library and introducing families to the library are both important ways to help our littlest readers become successful readers. We just launched this week, and we already have over 4,000 children signed up. So, yes, so we are very excited for this. Please spread the word. Yes.
Question. So is that to all Santa Clara County, all the Santa Clara County library serving area? For example, San Jose is not a part of it.
Correct. But this is for all of Santa Clara County.
Oh, okay, that's great. So as well, they have an address in Santa Clara County.
Correct. Yes, so we're very excited. There are some neighboring counties that are also participating, like Santa Cruz. But yeah, we're very excited.
Is that flyer in your report? Or where do you find?
Yeah, it's in the, I think in the posted agenda, and the whole county report is there as well. So, and all information is also on our website to sign up. So
Sure, I will spread it.
Great, thank you so much. Bryant shared about the new aquarium adventure, learning and play space that's coming very soon. After Cupertino, the next opening will be at our newly renovated Campbell Library. And then Campbell Library is scheduled to open on November 22nd. So we're looking forward to that as well. Other news in the county, passport services at Saratoga Library. I know you've had passport services at Cupertino for a while, but now Saratoga is the 5th library in our district that will offer passport services, and appointments are now available. This month, several of our libraries are holding events leading up to Diwali. As you know, Bryant shared earlier, the Saratoga Library has a day-long celebration on October 4th. Milpitas Library also has a celebration, and theirs is on October 18th. And then, of course, Cupertino's full schedule their event is on the 19th. And Brian already shared about Mitch albums, so please do attend. He was so popular last time, we decided to bring him back. And that again is on Thursday, November 13th. And I have come to the end of my report. I thank you very much for your time this evening, and happy to answer any questions.
So, I have a question not on the report. I have the other questions related to the Coursera and other online learning portals, right? Through that. So can you just like tell me what are the available platforms for residents that they can sign up that Coursera or Udemy or the platforms with their library cards?
So you're asking it for those that have library cards with our county.
Yep.
What
Will they allow to access the online learning platforms?
if you have a library card with Santa Clara County Library District, then you can access all of our databases and platforms. Is that what you're asking?
Now the learning platforms like Coursera, other Udemy, other stuff, right? Like the online learning platforms. I can sign up the course like artificial intelligence, machine learning, other stuff, or arts, whatever.
Shall we agendize? And I know what he's asking for. Yeah.
Are you asking for some
Basically, like linking flying is
Learning, online learnings,
online learning.
like LinkedIn Learning.
Yeah. And I know there is a lot of info.
Well, yes, there's a lot of different platforms that we have. The most famous of the probably LinkedIn Learning, and are looking for kind of more technology, advice, soft skills. But yeah, if you look on our online e-resources, as Marlene has mentioned, you have the dozens and dozens of resources on different topics. Again, if there's specific questions that you would like me to highlight in my next report, we can do that. Or you have questions that you want to chat about, I'm happy to take that on, outside of this meeting. If you just want to explore that to see, what's available, I can kind of guide you through that.
Sure, if you can add that to the online platforms that are available for the Cupertino library logins or the Santa Clara library, County library, or Qualitas. Right, the original San Mateo library provides the Coursera's complete access for the residents. So that's basically more valuable certificate at the end you'll get. You go through the learning process. There is a more the way to close the course is they have the proper ending. So they give the certificate, all those things. So there are a lot of Cupertino residents trying to get access from there. I was asking why don't our library? Then they said like they don't have it. So I was trying to find out is it true or they don't know. So
No, because this isn't agendized, we can't really get into it too much. So you guys can talk offline, or we can agendize it for a future meeting.
sure.
Shoot me an email on the resource you're talking about, and then I can investigate and kind of get back to you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's continue our next item, staff and the commission report.
Okay, I have just a couple items for you. At the September 16th City Council meeting, City Council unanimously approved the Library Commission's recommendation for our new poet laureates for the 26 to 28 poet laureate term. So Thomas will start in January. We will ask him to attend the February meeting with a plan of what he intends to bring to the library. And then in January, there will be a reception to thank Keiko and then to welcome Thomas. So all information to come on all of that. Our city events, we have the Cupertino Community Service Awards, which is the Commissioner Center and the Crest Awards. I don't know, is anybody planning to attend those? Did you receive the email?
It's in which day?
A Wednesday, October 29th at the community center. So you should have gotten an e-bites email. There's a way to register for it.
I actually received email regarding the, question, something answer, but I didn't receive the email for invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
no,
you have nobody's got an invitation yet?
no.
Okay. And you're checking your city email?
Yes.
I saw some mail, but I didn't read it.
Okay, let me follow up on that. You should have, I believe, received an email inviting you with the information, and then I believe you get to attend and then bring one guest if you'd like to. We'd like to be in attendance, but it's a combination of the commissioner's dinner and the Crest Awards. They're doing it all in one.
Okay.
Today, this year. Let's see, we have our Golfing for Generations tournament, which is Sunday, October the 12th at the golf course. It's a multi-generational golf tournament. So hoping that we get young kids all the way through seniors participating. We also have our Hidden Treasure sale at the Cupertino Senior Center, which is Thursday, October 23rd from 9 to 2 p.m. We have our Monster Mash Saturday, October 25th from 5 to 8 at the Quinlan Community Center. We had the Senior Center Halloween Masquerade Dance Wednesday, October 29th from 2:30 to 4:30 at the Senior Center. And then any activities that you'd like to register for, you can do so at richforrec.org. And that's all I have from Didi.
I have one question about the poet laureate thing. So the other candidate, were we supposed to answer her email, or it should be going through you?
You were supposed to email her.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
Was there something? Was there a follow-up?
Yeah, about she was following up on what happened, whether the decision was made or not. So I replied to her, and
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yes.
Keiko also emailed about it, and who is the selected person, and when should she
You're able to share the information. It's now public information.
Yes, I did.
Approved it.
I did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention.
Okay, I actually attended 2 meetings in last month. One is the city council meeting, approve the approve the potluck. I sit in it for 2 hours. Finally, then they approve potluck. Yeah. Another meeting is the mayor's meeting. Actually, in that meeting, we didn't discuss each commission's item. We just vote for the Christ Award, because we have Lifetime Achievement Volunteer of the Year, Organization of the Year, Rising Star of the Year, and Hometown Hero. So resident nominate some candidate. Then we go through each candidate, then we vote. So that's the 2 meetings I attended last month. Yeah. Okay, so next one will be future agenda setting. So any idea?
So one thing is this is about Sunday library extending their opening hour. I would like to see if we can have some study whether is it really makes sense from community perspective before we close that from the operational perspective. So if that's something which I'd like to propose, if any commissioner is interested to take that as an item, we can study and then see what we can do.
So you mean they extended the library hour on Sunday, right?
Yes.
So right now it's from 10 to 6, right?
Sir.
10 to 6:30. Okay, it's already more than 8 hours, right? 8.5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this must be trigger some, financial part if you extend the hour, right?
No, I think before even going, there are couple like
And it can't be up for debate.
Okay.
These meetings, it's not agendized, so we can put them on an agenda. However, even if the council or the commission is like, yeah, we should be open longer, ultimately that choice falls to Bryant.
yeah. So
The
it's about
and so it may be better to talk to Bryant offline about this one to find out if it's even a possibility before you start
I was trying.
surveying the community members about hours is what I.
So part of that is going to be more of a county level discussion that we don't really have control or even as appellate actually works. We did share the
I think my point is before even thinking about whether we can able to do it, I like to see whether each one has connected with the communities, trying to find out whether there is a real need. If there is a need, then we can think about how do we make that happen. That's how I look at this problem. So basically, yes, there is a lot of people who is really interested in the community. Then try to work with through city or some. I had a chat with mayor. She basically asked me, is it really community is to one person, 100% or thousands of persons, how many people, right? So that's why I'm not even going to whether it's really possible, whether it's really a need.
So I can point towards the patron satisfaction survey that we shared. Oh gosh, I forget. It was one amongst them we did not meet, I think, unfortunately. It was last. It was we shared the patron satisfaction survey, and I do believe there was question about hours on there. If correct me if I'm wrong, Marley. And again, it's specific to each kind of community, kind of which library they're serving at. So if you haven't had a chance to take a look at that, that may answer some of those questions that folks have about kind of how the community reacts to our hours. And if there are further kind of questions, I'm happy to try to answer next. I'm just, again, I might need more guidance on this. I'm not quite sure how that would work on an agenda. I can.
Maybe, instead of that, maybe may I twist it a little bit like shares survey results. I believe in the past when I first joined commissioner years ago, there actually was always have an excessive discussion about the survey. So I think the new commissioner probably never have a chance to see the survey. Yeah.
Did we just complete and sent it out last month?
Yes, it was on the last line. And we could touch. That would be easy to adjust to tell about it.
And then from there, we can, discuss further because I believe in the past, actually, instead of each one of us, we can study the survey result ourselves, but I think it would be helpful to use it. So I can make that as an agenda item. I need a second, yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, okay.
And this one point, and survey is good, but I don't know if you have a way to understand the data.
Yeah,
After 6 p.m., how many books are being checked out? Like, I go to a restaurant, ice cream at 10 p.m., and I'm rushing to get my ice cream before it closes. Is this happening in library as well?
Something to
This will be itemized when you set up agenda for next meeting.
I think he already said second, I think. Okay, you say second. Yeah, we can put this in our agenda. Yeah, we can put this in our agenda, next agenda. Yeah.
Anything else for future agenda? And it doesn't necessarily mean that we'll talk about it at the next meeting. This is just, it will eventually, when we're looking for items, he could.
Yeah.
I
future.
meaning we're hoping for a tour of our new facilities or new next time.
Okay.
Any other future agenda today? Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's all for today. Yeah, it's 8:15, right? We can close the meeting.
Great.